Commence primary ignition.
For Tuesday, September 29th, 2020, it's the Serenno Squadcast, the official podcast of the Serenno Squad.
Oh, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the boys at sea.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you for joining us. And today we got all sorts of fun stuff to talk about. First off, we actually have some Legion news. So that's for the first time ever.
Oh yeah, we're gonna bring him in for a dozen.
That is the 501st Legion.
Legion news.
Lex Luthor stole 40 cakes. 40 cakes.
It's been a long time coming. But we finally got some news. So I hear. I don't even know. This is a surprise to me. So apparently we've got a upcoming troop.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Friday, October 30th. It's a drive-through trick-or-treat event.
Awesome.
Now, do we give out candy or?
I think somebody else is giving out candy. We're just kind of there for costumes and pictures and fanciness.
That's the best.
Yeah. Have you seen the candy slides people make? Where it's basically like a PVC pipe, and at the end of it you decorate it with something, and you social distance, and you just shove candy down the pipe, and the kids wait at the end.
Candy corn.
And it like comes out of like a monster's head. Yeah. Or blow darts or booby traps. So it sounds like a pretty good idea.
Here's a question. Should I make that my first official Saber Guild troop?
Don't you have to be out there, waving a stick around and stuff like that for it to count?
Yeah, doesn't somebody have to be fighting with you? You can't just be there intimidating people.
I honestly have
not
no
very
idea.
Jedi-like.
As Southwest Virginia's first official Saber Guild member, I should probably know that, and I absolutely do not.
Well, you're still the new guy,
Yeah, that's true. I'm the new and only guy.
Yeah, well, he did go to the premiere, so don't forget about that.
It's true, yeah.
You're what Paul used to be.
Wait, what did that make Paul?
He'd be all like, do we have any troops? And I'd be like, what? Do we have any troops? Huh?
Yeah, you guys. So that's going on. Where is this event happening?
It is at Lehman Farms, which if you're in Southwest Virginia, you know what that is. If you're not, Google it.
I'm in Southwest Virginia. I have no idea.
It's in Blue Ridge. I think you keep going up. If you're on 460, going out of Roanoke and up towards Botetourt, you go past the Lowe's and the Walmart there at Challenger Avenue, and you just keep going and going and going for about 15 more minutes.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's not bad. Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Regional references.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go 15 minutes past the place in your area.
So is this you said this is a like a neighborhood or a school?
No,
What?
It's Lehman Farms. They do big. In a normal year, they would have hay rides and the pumpkin patch, all that kind of typical fall Halloween non-denominational. We swear this has nothing to do with Satan stuff.
Good. Yeah.
Yep,
don't
they
want any
have
of that.
pumpkin patch, and we've been there before. They have like a haunted corn maze, but the wait is always really long for it, so we were never able to get in.
Nice.
This isn't one of the Exoweens, is it? Where they take the hell out of Halloween.
Yeah, those are the best. But I'm sure this is just gonna be like you said, a drive-through thing. So it's gonna be limited to
drive through and candy will be handed to them, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll be limited to just basically a road, I guess.
Oh my God, that man doesn't have any head. They've got him hanging from oh my God, he's got a giant set. Star Wars people.
I was gonna ask, are there other organizations going to this, or
These Star Trek people will be there? It's gonna be a thing.
I'm sure any costume group outside of the area which there are none, would be invited.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, and then we'll have one Saber Guild member there.
Yeah, maybe.
Doing
Maybe
some
Rebel
results.
Legion too. I've
You-
submitted my pictures for Rebel Legion and I have heard absolutely nothing.
Really?
You submitted to Rebel Legion first,
It's gonna be
or
dark.
No, I submitted to Saber Guild first.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I've
submitted
yet
to
to
Rebel
submit.
Legion.
Stormtroopers and their shadow.
I don't remember when I submitted for Rebel Legion, but it was about a week ago, I think. But I think they're in the middle of elections or something like that.
Isn't that always the way?
I would look and see, but it's so hard to find stuff on their website. Like,
Yeah,
Rebel
it was
Legion as a
so-
group is fine, but their website is very hard to navigate and it's not user friendly.
It
I've
was
used it
really
once.
weird. I didn't have to like send my pictures to an email. I had to like upload them on the forums.
Yeah, you have to like fill out a form.
Yeah, it felt very like 1999.
Yeah.
The thing that got me with them was, hey, you create a character name. No, I don't really want to do that. You have to.
I took a syllable off of my first name and added one to my last name.
Because I was just like, I don't know, go.
I took one of the Star Wars name generators, and they're like, put your first 3 letters of your first name and your first 2 letters of your last name, and I just did that, and I was like, okay, here we go.
Nice.
I'm
Yeah, it
Vin
doesn't-
Terrans.
Knights of the Old Republic, they've got the auto generator, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
For
there's
names.
tons.
And they're weird names, but they're appropriate.
There's tons of things you can go on, and they'll either generate a name for you or to tell you like the formula to use to create your own.
Wow.
My name's Quora Lasagna.
You know, yeah, the formula thing sounds like the whole stripper name thing that you'd play in
is.
high school. Yeah.
I
There's
want-
a little bit of that, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to be Randy Quaid, and then I think pretty much everyone talked me out of it. Like kind of like Qui-Gon Jinn or Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was gonna be Randy, like Rand-D Quaid, spelled kind of weird in Star Wars.
You with the little apostrophe, AID, Quaid.
No, you guys spell it with a K. K-W-A.
Yeah, you gotta misspell it.
Yeah, I think it was Quayd. Yeah.
You should have put the hyphen or the little apostrophe in there.
Mhm,
Yeah, you need an apostrophe or else it's not a Star Wars name.
Yep.
mhm.
Isn't that right? Randy.
Wow. That's a terrible name, Evan. But
I know.
I'm glad that you came up with your own. That's exciting, though. So you've got your pending approval for Rebel Legion.
Yeah,
But
who
Saber Guild,
knows? It could have
Saber
gone into the cyberspace. I have no idea if it's pending or not.
send it again. Send it out again.
I remember my name now. Now I think about it. My name spelled out is my name for the forum there on the page. So it sounds like it's Irish because I'm Hoin Honine. And it's O apostrophe N-I-N-E. Honine. Hoin Honine.
Well, other than that, I mean, that's more of our speed. We do have here locally Comic-Con going on about the same time, Big Lit Comic-Con, but we are not attending. That is,
Well, some of us are.
Yeah,
Some of us are.
people are.
as a you know, a
We'll
convention,
have a
people
They'll
are
be
going to go. But
there, but they will just be guests.
yes, there will be no table.
Yeah.
No 501st table. Yeah. But that's probably you know, the safer route to go. Going through a drive-through, you know. That way we get to have our Halloween fix, and the kids, they get to see their favorite characters or not favorite characters. Who knows?
I would love to see us make like a huge showing because I mean it's been God knows how long since any of us have trooped. I mean it was Mysticon, which was in February, so that was almost 7 months ago.
It actually feels like it was yesterday though, because it was like the last one.
It really does. It was like my last memory of this year, and then the rest of this year has just been like blackness.
Yep, just walking to our cars. That's the last thing we remembered.
We were supposed to do the St. Patrick's Day parade, and it was like that Friday was like, oh no, we're shutting the entire world
Yep.
down.
Oh, I remember I think it was March 13th was the day, because I have it saved in my Google history. I said my Google history, every time I type in March, it says, how many days has it been since March 13th? So every couple of days I'll check that and be like, oh, hey, it's March. I think the last check was it's March 196th.
Wow.
Sounds about right.
But other than that, any other Legion news there?
Legion's still a thing.
We're still here.
Theoretically, in name only.
Not only are we still here, but we're also still approving some members for their kits and their costumes. So thought I would go over the most recent ones here. If I can pull up my.
You're spoiling the illusion that they think we're in 2 different places.
Come on, Wayne. Here we go. I'm here. All righty. So first off, we have ID 11723 on the approval of his director Krennic.
This is a good one.
ID, guys. What's ID stand for?
Rector? I don't know.
No, it's the
Wow, Wayne.
it's like the designated for any officer in the IOC, the Imperial Officer Clan.
So not necessarily an
Core.
acronym.
Yeah, no, it's not. There's not really any none of the only ones that I know of are BH for Bounty Hunter. I mean, that's really it. All the rest of them are just riffing off of like TK, TR,
Right.
TS.
Well, no, because there's IG. That's Imperial Guard. Imperial Guard.
Gunner.
There's
That's right.
different ones. So even so, congratulations, yes, to ID 11723.
Because
But
in the screen-
next we have SL
Sith Lord.
4863. Yes, Sith Lord, for his Return of the Jedi. Emperor Palpatine. I was kind of.
That's a good one too, because he did the eye makeup.
Yeah, it looks really good. I wish,
He
man, I
looks
gotta.
like Robert Pattinson from the Batman movie with emo eye makeup.
Or Chewie when he takes the helmet off. Peter Mayhew.
Yeah.
He takes it off. You know what's funny about these? I just put these in, but when I looked in the screen, you know what I see? I like the Tin Man.
You kind of remind me of guy from The Professional, his little glasses.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And hey, look, another one, another SL 4863. They have been approved for their Darth Revan costume.
Spoiler alert, it's the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Spoiler alert,
kids.
I am not that sharp, but you are right.
It's Stogie, our former garrison commanding officer. He was the CO not last year, but the year before.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. It looks great.
Yeah, that was pre-gunner. That was PG pre-gunner.
Yeah, that's how that's how time goes by, you know.
Yeah. It's PG-13. It's been 13 months since March.
But that's it. We only had 3 in the past 2 weeks. Opposed to last 2 weeks, we had 4 of them. But you say you still have some pending approval, or you're
Nope,
gonna
that's
post
it.
them? That's it.
They come in waves. Like I'll typically get an email that has like 3 people in it, and then I feel like 2 days later I'll get another email with 2 more people. So it's like I don't really know what the timing of it is.
Gotcha. Well, I guess that about does it for Legion News this week.
Does InfernoCon count as Legion News, or do we want to talk about
No,
that later?
that does count as that's InfernoCon, and the Inferno Squad is also a squad of the Garrison Tyrannus, correct?
Yeah,
Yep.
They're
Northern Virginia.
Yes, so that is definitely appropriate. Go ahead. What do you know?
I think we mentioned it briefly last time, but InfernoCon is October 2nd through the 4th. So this upcoming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Inferno Squad is hosting this. They're calling it InfernoCon, and I believe it's all going to be broadcast on Twitch.
Yeah.
So there's going to be lots of different panels, and they're going to be doing different panels each day. I'm going to be on one of the panels, I think on Saturday night at like 8 p.m. I was like, I can't guarantee any amount of quality that comes out of me on a Saturday night at 8 p.m. So
what kind of panel are you doing, Evan?
It's the
how to be drunk on the weekend.
It's the garrison commanding officers, or the garrison. What am I? Garrison officers.
You're a
formative, at least.
I forgot what you are, man.
Technically, part of the garrison command staff is PR officer.
Yeah, it's
PR. PR.
It's the GCF, the Garrison Command Staff panel. So it's going to be like Danny and whoever the XO is. I don't remember. It's been so long since we haven't had really any discussions because there's been nothing going on this year. So I've completely forgotten most of people's names at this point. So it's going to be me and some other people that, me and Danny.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that that's what it was going to be. So that sounds interesting.
That's just one of the many panels.
So I'm gonna have to tune in. What is this?
Yeah, go over. They have a website, and they also have an invite on Facebook. I want to say they have their own Facebook page. They obviously have the Twitch channel.
If you go, I'm pretty sure it's linked on the Inferno Squad Facebook page.
Yep.
And this is a free event, correct?
Yep.
You could pay me.
I can pay you?
They can email. They can send PayPal to me for tickets.
Yep.
Paul, Ticketmaster.com.
Yeah, I'm paying just for the physical tickets, so they better be really cool when I get them in the mail.
Tickets will be delivered within 8 to 12 weeks.
Okay, thanks. Like most of our, most of the stuff we order. So that's it for the Legion news. It was pretty good stuff. Moving on to our top story this week. Top story.
Excuse me, that's the wrong franchise.
I think I don't care.
This one's brought to us by Trent Reznor.
Is that your favorite one, Wayne?
No. It's the one that stands out the most.
Yeah, I tried to not get too militaristic with the theme music because it was kind of colonial sounding. It was just nice. I like it. Was that an Ewok? What the heck?
It's a old Halloween cat finger.
That's disturbing. Gotcha.
Very old. From the previous century, it appears.
All right. Well, this is not the top story, so let's actually.
Up in the camera, though.
We just had we
do it up in the camera. Meow, 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 Roger.
Wait, how on earth do you have that same? This is blowing my mind. Anyways, I'm just gonna jump to it, guys. We missed it last week. The Mandalorian season 2 premiere came just as we finished.
The day after.
Yeah, just like I said.
Yep, of course.
The curse of the podcast.
Yeah, so
whatever day you record, the next day is going to be the news drop.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're waiting on it. But it was worth it. It was worth the wait because we had a little time to process everything that we've seen and what we've heard.
That's what that is.
But what did you guys think of the preview of the trailer?
That was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
That's not Sabine, nor is it.
No, it's not. It's not going to be anyone we know.
She's not orange.
That's racist.
She doesn't have little tendrils or horns or whatever those things are.
And that's speciesist.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't heard any rumors as to who it could be specifically, but I have heard that it's there's.
Don't spend much time on the internet.
It's been who?
I said you don't spend much time on the internet.
Well, I know that looking at it's not Ahsoka, but Ahsoka might pop up. That's just obviously not her. But I don't know. Who do you guys think it could be?
It's
That
a new
mysterious.
Yeah, it's going to be a new character. If it's Sabine, the fans will literally riot.
character.
Why would they riot?
Well, okay, so that person, the hooded figure you see briefly, is a wrestler named Sasha Banks.
Yes.
She is the wrong ethnicity to play Sabine. They have stated numerous times, and in casting and in how characters are portrayed, Sabine on Earth would be Asian.
Oh.
Not
Okay. Gotcha. So this is like that whole Alita thing or Ghost in the Shell. It's like
It could
our
be Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, it could be Scarlett
Okay,
Johansson.
yeah.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Man,
Tom
I had no
Cruise.
idea. I didn't know that was that much. I guess you're right. I'm not on the internet enough.
I spend way too much time on social media because I have a very boring job and it keeps me sane throughout the day. Yeah, as soon as the trailer hit, everybody went nuts.
I don't know about you, but being on social media drives me insane instead. So I think I need to get the names of your sites from you.
Well, what else? I mean, there was more than just this mysterious character.
There's a boat.
I was gonna say there were definitely new visuals. I've only seen that one boat like thing in, I think it was The Last Jedi, that kind of flew off a waterfall. Was that The Last Jedi?
At Canto Bite.
Yes. That was The Last Jedi, right?
Yes. There was the skimmer in Rise of Skywalker, and there's a boat in Attack of the Clones.
And there are water vehicles on Kashyyyk.
Well,
and
then said
Revenge
one
of the Sith.
water vehicles.
Yeah, there's the bongo in Episode 1.
Yeah.
But nothing like this. Looks like they're on like a stinking river here in the States. It just
It looked
looks
like a garbage trowel or whatever they call
but
it.
I liked it. It's like familiar feeling, but it's new. I liked it. Like
Very Star Wars.
I never thought that the new exciting Star Wars elements would be things that are kind of more relatable to us, like especially with this trailer, seeing like the boxing matches there. It looks just like a boxing arena or whatever here on Earth, except these guys are hardcore alien criminals or whatever. What's that?
They're Gamorrean guards.
Yeah.
Is that the only ones that were fighting? I thought I saw like humans
They were the ones in the ring.
Yeah, the two in the ring are Gamorreans, but they're all like muscled up, not the big fat ones.
Wow, I didn't even catch that. I just thought I did not look.
I could tell by the calves.
Yeah, that was when they first started working on season 2. That was an image that they put out, was a little maquette of one of the Gamorrean guards, like all ripped.
Wow.
That was like one of the handful of images we had for season 2 for the longest time.
And another thing that I noticed was they kind of, last season they ended off with this whole idea, or at least I was under the impression that, all right, Mando, you've got this child now, just like you were kind of taken up after and was taken care of. You're going to take care of this kid, and it's going to grow up with, and you're going to teach this child how to be whatever. And that's kind of the way it seemed.
You have to take care of this child and take it back to its home planet, to its own people.
Now, did they say that in the first season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what I don't remember that, and I clearly hear it in this one where it was, that's like the focus of the whole season. It's like, well, we're trying to get the child back to where it belongs. Actually, not even that, but get them to these witches, these Jedi. So I don't know. Maybe I missed something last season. I was under the impression that it was more like like I said, like the same relationship that he had with the Mandalorians being a young foundling.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
take it back to its people, or if you can't find them or they're gone, it becomes Mando foundling.
Gotcha. Well, that is clear now for sure with this new trailer. But yeah. So there's when I went into it, I kind of got different ideas. I wasn't expecting this, and I wonder how quick, they kind of put a little time limit on or a deadline on Baby Yoda. I feel like, in a sense, we're like, we're gonna get rid of the thing eventually. We're gonna, and but I don't know. We'll see. Was there anything you guys noticed about the trailers that you want to share?
I'm a little curious about when you first see the Razor Crest and it's kind of screwed up and floating towards the planet. That back door is open.
Mhm.
How in the hell are they breathing?
There's a door.
They're probably in the atmosphere, right?
No, that was space.
No, that one
Yeah.
engine's screwing up and that door is just.
I bet they purposefully put that in the trailer to get you
It's
wondering.
probably an airlock or something.
Yeah, it probably is just after a really extreme scene where someone gets sucked out. And,
Pretty sure that connects to the shot they show later of a ship going into the atmosphere.
Yeah. And if it's not an airlock, it's at least disconnected from the cockpit, because I remember he descends into like the cargo area from the cockpit, so they're at least cut off from there. So maybe Mando's in the cockpit and pressurized, and the rest of it's depressurized.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. But did it give away more than the last trailer?
It showed Baby Yoda, so that's more than we saw last time.
Yeah, and he's taller than he was, so
Is he?
He's a growing boy,
he's up to
even
his
though
knees.
he's only 50.
Actually, you can see it in the logo. If you put the two logos beside each other, one he comes up to like here. Now he comes up to right above his knee.
Huh.
Oh, cool. He is.
But how much could he have grown in like a year versus 50 years?
He was probably malnourished, kept in a little,
He's in
kept in a.
growth spurt. He grew up like an inch.
Yeah,
They probably kept him in a carrier like they do the little dogs. They just stay small forever.
well, not only that, he's kept in that little carrier, so he didn't really get to walk around much. I'm betting with Mando made him walk quite a bit.
And he made him eat.
Now he's built up those leg muscles, so he might be standing on his own now.
Those little leg muscles. Those
Like two tiny tree trunks.
He's developing those Yoda backflip legs. He's got to be able to
Baby
do
Yoda
those.
never skipped leg day.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Also, talking about the Mandalorian, there was a interesting video on YouTube released by ILM. I didn't know that they had much of a YouTube presence.
They've got a channel.
Yep.
After most of the big blockbusters, like whatever the big Avengers movie was, they'll put out a little like 3 or 5 minute thing just showing how some of the effects were done.
Yeah, which is awesome. And I kind of stumbled across all these other things that they had done. So if you haven't subscribed to ILM, check them out because they got some awesome stuff on there. I mean, they're the best. They are the best. I don't know. I know.
After you finish listening to us.
You open a new tab.
Yeah, then we're gonna go away. We cannot stand anywhere near that.
But it was a very
Special effects.
yeah, it was very interesting. It was a whole. It was like a short documentary, kind of the creation of the Mandalorian's Razor Crest ship, which I like the idea of the whole purpose. Well, maybe underlying kind of hopes that making a really, really nice model for a production and ending up with it one day being a director. So that was pretty cool. I wonder if I doubt he does, but Jon Favreau probably will end up with that Razor Crest in his living room one day. But I was surprised as to how they went about making it, and with the resin printing and all the panels and stuff like that it took to put it together. It was super interesting. What'd you guys think?
I thought it was.
One at a time.
I thought it was interesting that they didn't originally intend on doing a physical model, because what I had only heard that like that was in their initial marketing. They were like, "Hey, we're using an actual physical model for the ship," and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool!" But turns out that they had planned to do a CGI version, and they just wanted a physical model for reference. So I thought it was cool that they just like the model was so cool. They were like, well, "We have to have this in the show."
Right. And they even said that the model itself held the CGI up to scrutiny, because if the CGI looked like crap, it was like, well, you got to make it look as good as the model shots, because people are going to notice that stuff. And I really like the one shot of it coming in to the desert where it was actually the model, and you can tell it's not CGI, but it looks a little strange. And their techniques of reflecting light and stuff off the environment onto the reflective kind of hull of the ship, that was super cool.
Yeah.
Wayne, did you get a chance to check it out there?
Movie magic.
Yeah.
It's Michael and Pikel. Does anyone get that reference? Michael and Pikel?
Nope.
Michael and Pikel. Come on, guys.
One of our 3 listeners might.
Yeah. You guys aren't Rick and Morty fans then?
Not really.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
I haven't watched them all.
Well, I'm not going to explain it. And all of those people listening, they know. But also,
and yes, I did. I watched part of it. I haven't watched the whole thing yet.
Oh,
because when you first put it up there, I was like, "Isn't this the thing I already watched on Disney Plus about the making of?" But no, it was a little different. But by that point, it was a little later, and I had to go get food, and so I was like, "I'll just check it out tonight."
Yeah.
So I've seen part of it.
Yeah, it was really interesting.
About 11 minutes.
Now, we Paul, you shared something earlier about like a Kickstarter for an action figure or a toy model.
No, it's not a model.
It's not a model. What it is a couple days ago, because there's no big conventions, so toy companies can't do their big reveals. Hasbro did their own convention, so they had a couple days where they
cool.
Big reveals and like, hey, here's all the Marvel figures. Here's what we're doing for Star Wars, G.I. Joe, etc., etc. What they've done the last few years is, well, fans have always been like, hey, make this super obscure, big, expensive thing because we all want it. And they're like, well, we know you want it. The 4 people on this fan site are always asking for it. But when we do market research, it says kids won't buy a $500 item. So what they did is they came up with this thing they call it HasLab. It's basically a Kickstarter that says if you pledge, we get enough pledges, they have a minimum they have to meet, and they say if you get enough pledges, they'll go ahead and make the item, and they'll basically make it for the backers. The first one was Jabba's sail barge, which was like $500. 4 feet
I remember
long.
that.
I do.
How long ago was that? That was like 5
year and a half ago.
First
wasn't
toy
even
to
that
beat out the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier.
Yeah, it was like as big as your dining room table.
Wow. That sounds amazing.
They've done.
Or was it? Did it beat out the aircraft carrier? Because the aircraft carrier was 6 feet.
But it's to scale with the action figures.
Yeah, it's all done in the 3 3/4 scale.
Wow.
And
yeah, it's accurate. Well, as accurate as they can get for 3 3/4 scale.
Call me when you make the one for the 6-inch figures. I'll just live in that.
But this ship is it's a Hasbro like designed by the same people at Hasbro that would be designing any of these other ships,
Yes.
right?
So yeah, I mean, this is proper Hasbro release and everything like that. It goes through all the same things. It's just they're getting the backers instead of putting it out just for retail and hoping people buy it.
So how did it go?
So this one they're doing is the Razor Crest.
Right.
And it's $350. At launch, they said they need 6,000 backers. They got that in 24 hours.
Of course.
So now, because it's basically a Kickstarter setup, they're adding in stretch goals. The last one that I saw was they said, okay, we hit our minimum, so we're going to give you one extra thing. On the top, in between the engines, there is now an escape pod.
Wow.
And, yeah, it's the panel lifts away and there's an escape pod. It looks kind of like the one that Rey used in Last Jedi. And they said, as we get more backers, we'll unlock more goals.
We'll get more escape pods.
Wow, that is so cool.
It's gonna look like the Enterprise, just escape pods.
Do you imagine that they're gonna
The whole
Just-
thing is together. It's the Razor Crest. That's 80 escape pods. No, it's Razor Crest.
it's like Megazord. You just put it all together. But cool. So are they expecting to only make enough for the people
Yeah.
that backed it?
They're only making enough for the backers.
Wow.
It's
That
not going
makes
to be
sense.
on
That's
sale
the
at Walmart.
smart thing to do.
Yeah. And
Because
that's their
the
thing.
only people that are going to buy something like that are going to be these backers.
Yeah, it would be too expensive to put it in stores, which is what they've always said.
Right.
For
But that is so
Marvel, they're doing one. It's a full-size Sentinel, so it's like, I'll try to be in the camera, like this tall. I mean, it's massive. It's like 18 inches, 2 feet tall.
It's 18 inches, yeah.
It is just, it's stupidly huge, but it looks awesome.
Nice.
Which one was the Sentinel? Was that from one of the X-Men movies?
Well, no, the X-Men show. The purple and,
The giant robots that try to kill mutants.
yeah.
Yeah, there was one. They were in the movies, or in one of the movies when they go back to the 70s or whatever.
The ones that they're making are the ones from the comics, though,
Yeah.
and the cartoon. The ones in the movie don't look horrible, but they're not the ones that you know when you think of Sentinels.
Yeah.
Those weren't purple.
Watch the animated series, which is on Disney Plus.
Yes. You will never, ever think, we'll get taken over by robots if they're these robots. Because, yeah, I think there's like you can pull it up on YouTube. Somebody strung together all the times that Sentinels were just idiots. And, yeah, there's,
It's a video that's 9 hours long.
yeah, it's just my favorite one's
Right.
the one that's standing there. Somebody comes along. He goes to step forward, breaks his own leg off, falls forward, and hits his head. What the hell just happened?
They're not the best designed robots.
Yeah, we're getting off track, guys. Wrong podcast.
This isn't. The X-Men podcast we're doing after this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are doing that without me.
It's all owned by Disney. It's all the same
I'm telling
family.
you, I'm super excited about, speaking of the Marvel Legends figures, they're doing a Silk figure, and I will be getting
Ah,
one.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And the last of our top stories today, today that we're recording, not when we release this,
At
Monday,
the time when
the
you're listening.
28th, there is a sale going on. Disney Galaxy's Edge has a limited time online sale for their products, like their lightsabers, robes. I don't know if they have helmets, but
No, I saw
Yeah.
robes and lightsaber hilts,
Type
a
of
lot of-
robes.
like Jedi robes.
They
So-
look really nice, and they're
I
like
have
$65.
wow,
And I
I've
spent
yet to-
$400 on mine.
They're how much?
They were $65 for the robes.
I think they might be closer to Ruby's quality as opposed to anything else, but
I kind of want the big hooded robe though. I'm not gonna lie, it was like $120. I'm like, you're not gonna find a big hooded robe for cheaper than that.
Yeah, and it's gonna have that Disney,
Give me one
that
too,
Star
wouldn't
Wars
it?
tag.
Hey.
yeah, but it's basically a lot of like costuming stuff. So if you wanted to be higher end costumes, higher end Halloween costumes, not Legion level costumes.
Gotcha.
They
But
could
still
probably
cool.
be modified to be Legion level. I don't know. I'm sure somebody somewhere has done a deep dive on it.
The sabers, though, they are perfectly.
Yeah, I saw a couple of those.
They're basically as good as they get, right?
But was it a saber or was it just a hilt?
I believe those are just hilts. I think they're metal.
I thought that the Galaxy's Edge stuff was being sold at Target now. I thought that was
No, that's
They
the
have-
Outposts thing.
They
That's
have Galaxy's Edge inspired stuff at Target.
Mm-hmm.
What they're selling online is the stuff you would actually be able to buy there.
actually
Closed. We got all this stuff just sitting in the warehouse collecting dust.
Don't get the robe then. You'll get it and it'll just be all covered in dust.
yeah, they I went to Target yesterday and they've got brand new Mandalorian dark sabers.
Yes, the toy Darksaber actually looks pretty cool.
It does,
does.
and
I'm
it's
gonna have
30
to get that for
it's
Heather.
And it
30
sounds
bucks
cool,
and
too.
I was about to get it, but I was like, ah.
I've seen some really high-end dark sabers and like NeoPixel dark sabers. Oh my gosh,
Yeah, there's some good ones.
so cool.
There's some good ones, that's for sure. Man, I'm really slow. I can't find this. Terrible. But yeah, I have yet to even check out the stuff on there. I figured I wouldn't be able to jump on anything. And I also thought a lot of stuff would be sold out because so many people would love the opportunity to go to buy these things from the actual theme park. And being that COVID and everything's going on, it's virtually impossible. I think you can schedule. Can you schedule appointments to go to the theme parks?
You can
People
go
are-
to Disney World in Florida. They are open with limited capacity.
Not now. Florida this week opened up fully.
Oh.
Disney sets
Well,
their
but I
own
don't-
for some things.
Yeah, Disney's their own state.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's true.
California, as far as I know, is still closed.
Yeah.
As far as I know, California has not reopened since March or April, whenever they officially closed it. But yeah, Disney World in Florida is open to a limited extent.
Yeah, from what I understand, they have really pretty severe restrictions. Heather watches someone on YouTube who is going there now. I think Disney paid her to go there, so
Please
Yeah.
come.
yeah, please
come
we'll pay you.
inspire people. They have rules like you can't, if you're eating or drinking something, you have to stand still. You cannot be walking and eating or drinking because that means you have to be taking your mask off.
Mm-hmm.
So
Honestly, I think I would feel safer at Disney World than some local places.
Oh yeah, especially around here.
I've heard they're handling things reasonably well, as well as can be expected. They're trying to get distance, enforce masks, etc. All the stuff blah, 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 blah. All the stuff you should be doing.
It sounds like you said horse masks, and I just pictured those rubber long snout masks. Like,
We're going to Disney World.
As long as it covers
Horse
your
needs a
mouth and
muzzle.
your nose, you're good. It's medicinal grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going on. Who knows how long that'll be going on. It is limited time, but check it out if you are interested. I'm gonna have to check it out because I've yet to. So
I would think you'd want to buy it before Halloween.
right.
Yep.
Well, I guess that's it for the top story this week. Moving on. I think we have some show and tell items. I know Paul, you've got something. Wayne, you've got something. I know.
No, I can't. I was hoping to have the visor cut out by this point, but I can't because it's too loud. So no.
Yeah, it's really hard to talk through.
All right. So Paul has what looks like
My,
a X-wing Rebel pilot helmet.
yeah,
Part
this
of a
came
white tie
last
helmet.
week. This came last week, and it's super cool and super easy. This is how far I've gotten because at this point I'm going to paint it, and I've got the inner piece that's going to go in after it's done painting.
Nice. Now, do you already have a helmet? That particular style helmet, Paul?
No.
Okay.
I have an X-Wing pilot costume, but I've never had a helmet.
Right.
I've secretly been jealous of every single person who's had a helmet.
As you should be.
Yeah.
I
I'd love to-
can't say enough good things about this seller. His name's Darth Hare. This is a legal birth name.
Say that
Darth
again.
Hare. His name is Darth Hare.
Darth Hare.
Yeah, he's DHP, Darth Hare Productions.
On
Okay.
Etsy, it's DHPFX.
Yep.
He sells chest boxes, helmets. Yeah, the kit comes, it's almost idiot proof. It comes completely pre-trimmed, and he has YouTube videos telling you how to do it. I did this in like 3 days. It would have taken less time, but I screwed it up the first time.
Idiot proof.
Almost. No.
What all do they send?
So you get this, the helmet's 2 halves.
Uh-huh.
The Mohawk has an outer strip, and there's an inner strip. That's what's actually holding the 2 halves together. And you get the cap here that goes on the end. This piece down here, I'm trying to get it closer to the camera.
Yeah.
Comes pre-bent. He gives you all the rivets that you would need.
This piece is what impressed me the most when I was building it.
What's that?
You'll see. He already cuts everything, makes every.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was going to do this much show and tell.
Yay! This is what it's all about.
Oh, he already connected.
That's what I wanted to know.
Oh.
So this piece goes in here, and that's where your goggles go.
I did not realize it came assembled like that.
Yeah, but
Very
he
good
marked it.
engineering.
He marked it where the 2 need to go for you to be able to do it, so it'll slide.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
those were pre-drilled, so I just had to put the rivets in.
Why is it crooked?
Why do I cook it?
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to rivet down when it's going through all those peanuts.
Yeah.
It shot the ball in. It's over there against the wall somewhere.
Or in the wall.
Yeah, so he gives you everything you need. If you need tools, he sells a kit where you can actually get the tools.
Wow.
And then
Yeah, I love the stickers.
and you get a nifty little baggie here
Oh, goodie bag.
that has all your stickers.
All of them.
So, like-
Cool.
Multiple colors of the Rebel symbol, multiple shapes. So the black ones you can put down and then put your other to give that
Yeah.
appearance of. Yeah, the onion. You get what, 2 onions, right?
Something like that. And little pinstripe decals. He basically gives,
Gotcha.
he says the most common thing he gets asked for is basically everything to make Luke's helmet, the Red 5. So that's what most of that is for.
Gotcha. That is awesome. Now, roughly, how much does something like that run you for a whole kit?
It's 150.
You bought it on sale.
Oh,
175 plus shipping, so it's like $200.
That sounds really good, actually.
Yeah.
It's for what you pay and what you get. It is a fantastic deal.
yeah. I mean, he's put in a lot of the work beforehand to help you to get you done. In
The lining.
yeah, you get the.
Oh,
lining
I was gonna ask about the liner. They
Your cap.
oh wow. So that is like as accurate as it gets.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
He even gives you a little mic tip.
It's
Everything to
the false.
connect in.
yeah, it's fantastic stuff. It's super. He does so much of the hard work for you. You just take it out of the box and start assembling.
Well, that's what's gonna get you the sales. Those, easy to put together kits. That's really smart. And it's affordable. That does not sound that expensive for all of that. All those different materials, the visor, the articulating visor and everything. I mean, that's crazy.
And the way he tells you how to do it. means your visor can actually move up and down.
It's awesome.
So when you actually put it in the helmet, you can actually put your visor up.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Which is so
That's the
helpful because
impression.
when it's down, the lines where it curves are right across where you need to see. So every time you're wearing it, you're all like looking sideways.
Right. It looks good. You should just wear it like that.
Yeah, I like
When
that.
a problem comes along, you must whip it.
Look like some type of monk, but yeah, it looks good. Now you're gonna save yours for another time, Wayne.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing to see at the moment.
Yeah,
I'm
but
working on it.
that's pretty cool. That is a Phase 2 clone helmet.
It is.
Is that a Kevin Weir clone helmet?
No, this is a Chris the Prop guy.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Good deal.
And the armor's over there. It's just any piece.
Back piece.
Yeah. He cast the whole thing in black.
Oh, so all the work's been done. Well, no. All the all the work's been done. You've got all that prime basically.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's. I'm still gonna have to put.
You're gonna put like black primer on top of it?
I'll put a flat black on it. Yeah.
The advantage of the black, especially with the clone, is when you paint the white over it, as you weather it, or if the paint chips or scuffs, what you'll see is black underneath, and that matches the weathering for the clones.
Yeah.
And it's gonna look good. It's gonna look like an actual gouge, like a blaster shot or something. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
There.
I want a kit. I want a vacuum formed kit so bad, just because
Have to do everything else.
how lightweight.
I have to wait till after anyway.
So we've got armor being passed along both of our video feeds here, and then Evan, he is twirling a black gauntlet in front of the screen. Do you want to tell
Brown.
us, Brown? I'm sorry. Do you want to tell us more about your brown gauntlet?
It didn't.
Love.
Yes, these were $30 gloves that I bought to get my Saber Guild Jedi approvable. Basically, the seams on the shoulders went way too low, and they needed to be like way up. Like the seam needed to stop at your shoulder cap, I guess you would call this, and it was all the way down here. So what I had to do is I had to hike the whole sleeve up, and then we pinned it up here. But then I had like all of my sleeve was super short, so I just put some gloves on it so you couldn't see it. And then they're like, "Yep, looks good." And I got approved.
Nice. So are you gonna
Evan Trance story?
are you gonna permanently like fix the little
Absolutely not. No way.
just
Nope.
rocking the
I put a lot
gloves?
of money into this. Is it right? No.
Pulled the pins out and hung it back up. I think it looks better. It looks better without the tucks in it.
Cool. I've been working on some hollow projectors. I've sent you guys some pictures, and yeah.
Are they hollow?
They are 20% infill, so they are 80% hollow. Except for these pieces, these smaller pieces right here, the thinner pieces, they're not hollow, but the rest of this
God,
is.
that is really thin.
Yep.
Execute Order 66.
Yeah. Just go online, get a little hologram figure of cities. And
I've just got the old toy of that with the figure, so I'll just do that.
I've got these for some people. Yeah, they you can either get the figure, which I've gone and looked on eBay, and you can get them for like $10. God, if I keep jerking on this cord. And one of my favorite. Oh my gosh, I say my favorite, and I can't even think of the YouTube channel. I want to get this right. This guy has he has multiple 3D printers, and he does all sorts of fun little projects, and a lot of them are Java related. So he has a site called, if I can find it, I'll never be able to find it. That's just how it works on here. I don't know how to use my phone when I'm on the podcast. But anyways, he's figured out a way to use a transparent blue resin filament, and he can print any Kenner style Star Wars action figure from like the 70s, because there's a bunch of people who have gone and they've 3D scanned the original Kenner action figures, and they've made them so that they have articulating arms and everything, and you just 3D print them just like the Kenner figures, put them together, paint them, do whatever you want. But with his semi-transparent blue, he can make it look just like a holo projector. So he's 3D printed a holo projected Jabba the Hutt, which is a Kenner Jabba the Hutt model that he made. It's really
I'd love
cool.
to mess around with that, like melt it up, put the face. So it looks like a hologram of Zero.
No, Zero is the worst. Zero is the worst. God rest Zero's soul.
It made me love Size Noodle so much more.
Oh my God. Nope.
I recently just learned about.
I'm sorry. What'd you just learn about?
I recently learned about how insane the custom toy market, I guess, is. I don't know if Gunnar, if you watched the newest Rexing Around podcast today, they had a guy on there who actually 3D prints his own figures, like Hot Toys size figures. He has a couple of Republic Commandos and then like paints them and all that stuff. And apparently it's like a huge deal. Like there's a whole sub genre of fans who do that kind of stuff. And I'm like, that is so cool. That's not for me, but that's so cool.
This is exactly that. The guy's name, it's Mighty Jabba's Collection. You guys, you gotta look at it. It's really great. But he has a bunch of he just had a video where someone created videos, or I'm sorry, action figures that are not necessarily canon. Like he has one that is a Mr. T who is shaped like Jabba, and it says, "I ain't got time for that Jibba Jabba." And it's
Why?
supposed to be you know, like a cross thing where you know, and they you know, I've seen stuff like that. Even look, this is one, like, look at this weird figure. This is I'm gonna get copyright for this, but there's like a Chewbacca Jabba.
What?
And there's a boxing Jabba. You know, people just make their own bubbles and their own cards, and a lot of these are 3D printed. But you should check out
Why not?
Jabba's Collection.
Yeah.
It's great.
I have lightsabers hanging on my wall. I can't criticize anyone's things that they want to do.
That's right. Yeah. But it's really interesting. That's a great YouTube channel. You guys should definitely check out.
That's cool.
He's not the only one. There's another guy who does Jabba stuff. But yeah.
Wait. Are you telling me that there is another Skywalker?
I don't even know your name.
Well, that's too much for me.
That's it. Podcast over.
That is your last Marvel reference. I warned you, fellas.
Come back next week for all our new hosts.
Yeah, exactly. But that's all I had as far as what I would recommend. I didn't even mention that we were recommending anything, but what would you guys recommend? Have you watched anything recently this week? Something you thought was cool?
Nothing that would be like for family viewing.
Okay, let's keep that to ourselves.
Well, no, I watched The Boys.
Oh, well, that you can mention that. That's
I
fine.
haven't seen the newest season yet.
I want to watch the first season.
Yeah, this week's episode, it's a thing. Oh, it's a thing.
I can recommend the Rexing Around podcast because they're just the best.
Yeah, I'm glad you finally jumped aboard. I remember when I first
I've been watching him for months.
when I
I
first
started watching
mentioned
him
it,
'cause-
everybody was like, "Racing around, what's that?"
yeah,
And then
because
by the
once
time
you mentioned it,
and then once everybody started watching it, it actually kind of changed a
Sit
little
around,
bit.
down
It's
there.
still great. I started watching Rexing Around because whenever I joined you guys, I wanted a source of armor making, suit up videos, stuff that's 501st related to the to the Legion, and those guys were that. Wayne, are you falling asleep? This is
What?
disrespectful.
What? I'm looking at my helmet.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. On the inside of your eyelids. All right. But yeah, what was I just talking about?
I don't
actually
know.
meant-
You were trying to
That's-
wrongly call me out on something.
Yeah, you were,
Shows you were listening.
I actually met Michael at the place that we shall not name.
The premiere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
you
the
told
after
us
party.
He had the
Yeah.
child with him.
He did, yeah. He was with that Garrett guy from YouTube, and he was really. I wish I had more time with him. I knew him from TikTok, which is the only thing that I recognized him from, and so I didn't really know anything about him. So I couldn't sit there and talk to him because I'm like, hey, I saw like 3 of your TikToks. Like that's it.
You can just say hi. My name is Evan.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's about where it stops. So yeah,
Star Wars is
he's
kinda
cool.
don't you
He's
think?
Yeah.
He-
Michael is a
he-
cool personality for sure.
he gets a little high energy for me sometimes. And he's always throwing like really expensive things on their set. And he's like always, when he moves, because he's always moving around and he has helmets around him now. And on today's, he like almost knocked one of them off the stand and no one even
Yeah,
mentioned
he's
it.
a
I'm like,
bull in a china shop.
I'm like, come, you are surrounded by thousands of dollars of toys and helmets. And I'm like, be careful. Come on, man.
Nope, that's not fun. They like to have fun. They're pretty cool. I like them a lot. I liked Brian the Addition. He's one of my favorite of them all. So
Yeah, he's cool.
But yeah, no, it's a great podcast. Nowadays, it seems more about the fandom
Mm-hmm.
and also a little bit about their own presence. They really like to show off their gifts and whatnot, and those I kind of get. I'm like, this isn't what I want to watch.
Yeah, I don't watch
Because I like to listen to it, and
Yeah.
there's nothing to listen to. It's like
I have it up on like a monitor when I'm
Mhm.
working, but if it's just purely because sometimes they'll just have an unboxing video that's like 18 minutes long. I don't watch those.
but no, it's really good stuff. So I can recommend them as well, Evan. Good stuff.
Yeah, they're like they're like the subsect of Star Wars fandom that is exclusively clones. Like they don't like anything else. Like the one guy who's a Vader, like as soon as he brings up that he's a Vader, they just instantly shift back to clones. And they have clones everywhere, clone helmets and clone toys, and it's like, oh my gosh, like these guys are as crazy about clones as I am about like Star Wars in general. I can't think of like one tiny little sliver of Star Wars that I could be obsessed about like they are.
What's his name in the Snow Troopers?
Oh yeah. The only thing I would recommend is I've been watching a lot of Adam Savage's stuff. His build videos were I was sitting there like I had to do a big cut on my thighs that I was dreading and nervous about. As I put on one of his videos and I just said screw it, and so I just started cutting.
Yeah.
It's been
That's the way
kind
to
of
do it.
helpful to just do it.
Yep.
Yeah. His videos, he does not leave out the parts where he screws up. That's like my favorite because it happens in all of his videos where he gets to that point where he's like, I screwed up. I wasn't paying attention. I did that and did this, but he doesn't leave that stuff out. And, being makers like all of us are, that's like the most frustrating thing that can happen is you have expectations for something going a certain way and you've done it a bunch of times and it's always worked. But then for whatever reason, this one time, it just doesn't want to work. And, you overcome it and you realize what it took and what, caused the problem. And then you become a better maker for it. And he's like a champion of that. So it's
I
good
need to watch
stuff.
more of his stuff.
Yeah.
I
The
always tell people-
podcast, this is only a test, is actually where I got most of our own podcast format from. So if you guys ever listen to that, that's awesome. But yeah, Adam, he's got like a whole tested network now, a whole channel with different channels. So, Paul, what do you like you just like his one day builds or his shop videos?
Most of the stuff with him in the shop, because it's either he'll show techniques. I'm like, oh, that makes total sense. I could use that, or tools or something. And, I tell people, because there's people that we know that are like, they're afraid to start working on the armor because they don't want to cut it and make a mistake. One of our people, she was afraid to cut her armor for the first time. So I just grabbed a piece, cut it, and said, here, it's cut.
Mhm.
It's no longer pristine. You can start working on it. I was struggling with that myself the other day. So
Yeah, it's encouraging to watch other people going through the same stuff and having really awesome results. Even that's the best part, actually, is when things don't go the way they want, but they still make it work and it still looks awesome in its own way. It's like it needed to happen. You kind of needed that mistake to make it, to give it its personality or whatever.
yes.
Good stuff. Wayne, anything other than, oh, you already recommended yours. That's right.
I did.
You said something because boys.
I,
You said
I said I
boys.
wouldn't recommend that.
But I talked you into it, so you did. It was
Okay.
Oh, you know what's also good? Umbrella Academy. We're like halfway through season 2.
I don't have Netflix. I'm one of the 3 people in America.
Yeah, you
I
really
haven't
are.
started season 2 yet.
You really are, and you're in. Does Paul not let you watch Netflix? I mean,
He's already let me use his other stuff.
Our account has gone out to Jen's parents. It's only 2 screens at a time, so I don't know. Like, I could get locked out of my own Netflix account.
yeah, it happens sometimes.
That and I hardly ever watched it anyway. And I was like, I got Disney Plus and it was half the price. And I found myself only watching that. And I was like, why am I paying $12.99 and not using it? So I'm paying less than that and getting Hulu and Disney Plus for what I was paying for Netflix. So
Right.
nah, I'm good.
Yep. So I reckon that's it, guys. Unless you guys can think of anything else. Everybody can check us out on the YouTube, Serenno Squadcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, also the Garrison Tyrannus Instagram page, and even the Serenno Squadcast Instagram page, which is just
And we have the
Good.
YouTube channel too, Tales from Tyrannus.
Tales from Tyrannus YouTube channel. Don't forget it.
You think
Always
he's
do.
enjoying his retirement?
What are you talking about there, Wayne?
Did you say the YouTube?
The YouTube, yes. I'm using my internet
Pull
machine
it up on the interwebs.
to achieve
Yeah.
network. Yes.
www.
Eight.
All right. Well, with that, we say goodbye. Thank you guys for coming on, and thank you guys for watching. Till next time, elbows. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.